Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen, born on June 13, 1986 in Sherman Oaks, California, are renowned for their early fame on the iconic television series Full House and their eventual rise to a billion-dollar fashion empire. However, behind their success lies a complex and often tragic story of personal struggles that remained hidden from the public eye. From childhood fame to adulthood challenges, their journey reveals a side of the twins that many don't know. Growing up in a bustling family, the Olsens had an older brother, Trent, and a younger sister, Elizabeth, who later followed in their footsteps to become an actress. In 1995, their parents, David and Jarnette Olsen, divorced, which added 3 half-siblings, Courtney, Taylor, and Jake, from their father's second marriage. Despite their family's challenges, the twins' lives were far from typical. At just 6 months old, Mary-Kate and Ashley were cast as Michelle Tanner on the hit ABC sitcom Full House. Creator Jeff Franklin was struck by how comfortable they were in front of strangers, leading to their selection. Due to child labor laws, the twins alternated playing Michelle, a role they held for the show's entire 8-season run until its conclusion in 1995. Their swift rise to stardom, however, came at a steep personal cost. By the age of 3, their parents hired Robert Thorne as their manager, a move that played a pivotal role in turning the twins into global icons. Thorne helped establish Dual Star, an entertainment company that launched the twins' brand, expanding their influence far beyond television. Over time, the Olsen twins became not only successful actresses, but also moguls in various industries, including movies, books, music, and merchandise. By the time they turned 6, they had become the youngest producers in Hollywood, and by age 10, they were self-made millionaires. Despite their impressive achievements, Mary-Kate and Ashley's childhood was anything but ordinary. From managing their own company to acting in numerous projects, they were forced to grow up quickly. Though they found success at an early age, the pressure that came with being child stars, coupled with their parents' divorce, shaped their lives in ways they couldn't have anticipated. Their story, marked by early fame, personal struggles, and an evolving career, serves as a testament to how the world often overlooks the heavy toll that success can take on young individuals. By the time they reached adulthood, Mary-Kate and Ashley had successfully transitioned from child stars to respected fashion designers, creating a legacy that includes their high-end fashion brand, The Row. However, their journey wasn't without pain, and it remains a reminder of the hidden challenges faced by those thrust into the spotlight at such a young age. Despite their enormous success, Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen's childhoods were anything but typical. In a candid interview with Nylon, Ashley reflected on their early years in the industry, acknowledging how deeply involved they were in their careers from a very young age. "We have been really involved in the process from the beginning," she said, "even when we were just 10 years old." However, this constant immersion in the entertainment business came at a steep price. The twins had little opportunity to experience the joys of childhood. Mary-Kate echoed these sentiments in a 2010 interview with Marie Claire, where she candidly described their upbringing as something she wouldn't wish on anyone. Looking back at old photos, she admitted feeling disconnected from her past, comparing their experiences to being little monkey performers, constantly on display. The twins' meteoric rise to fame was not something they actively pursued. In fact, their mother had sent a photo of them to a casting agency on a whim, which eventually led to their roles as the beloved Michelle Tanner on Full House. However, despite the unexpected nature of their careers, the path to fame was not without its struggles. John Stamos, who portrayed Uncle Jesse on Full House, openly admitted that working with the twins posed its challenges. He confessed to Entertainment Weekly that their frequent crying made filming difficult, and at one point, the producers even recast the role of Michelle Tanner. Ultimately, however, Mary-Kate and Ashley were brought back because their replacements simply did not work out. According to the Washington Post, during the first season of Full House, Mary-Kate was often the one doing the majority of the filming, as Ashley was too scared to be on set. The twins' early fame, though seemingly glamorous, came with a dark side. The intense public scrutiny they faced often overlooked the fact that they were just children. In a 1991 profile, the Washington Post reporter Jay Matthews noted his family's obsession with the Olsen twins, despite their minimal acting talent. This constant attention, paired with the pressure to perform, eventually contributed to the twins' struggles with their sense of identity and mental health. As the years passed, the Olsens' lives under the unrelenting spotlight became increasingly difficult. Life after Full House was not just about moving on from a beloved show. It was also about trying to navigate the collapse of their family. In 1995, their parents, Dave and Jarnette Olsen, divorced, shattering the stability the twins had known. This divorce was more than just a personal upheaval. It coincided with the end of Full House and the unraveling of the very empire that had transformed them into household names. Their father, Dave, began a relationship with Mackenzie, a colleague from his mortgage industry days, even before leaving the industry to pursue a career in Hollywood. This affair led to his split from Jarnette, and just a month after the divorce was made public, Dave married Mackenzie. It was a whirlwind romance that divided the family. Ashley chose to skip the wedding and stayed with her mother, while Mary-Kate attended, a decision that highlighted the emotional rift between them. Dave tried to maintain a sense of calm, reassuring everyone by saying, "The girls are fine," but Jarnette kept her feelings hidden. Despite the turmoil at home, the twins did their best to hold on to some semblance of normalcy. Mary-Kate once reflected in a 1996 interview that they still went to school, played with friends, and had sleepovers. They attended Campbell Hall Episcopal School, a private institution in Studio City that encouraged curiosity and self-discovery. But let's face it, their lives were far from typical. Their careers always came first. Imagine having to miss your senior prom because you were hosting Saturday Night Live. This was the reality for the Olsen twins. Instead of attending the event in limousines and fancy dresses, they were busy promoting their film New York Minute, even joking about it during their monologue on SNL. Mary-Kate and Ashley's transition into adulthood was anything but seamless. After the chaos of their parents' divorce and the overwhelming pressures of fame, things took an even darker turn. Mary-Kate began to face struggles that went far deeper than what the tabloids had speculated. In the early 2000s, rumors began circulating about her health. The media, as always, was cruel, using insensitive language and trivializing serious issues. Before she even turned 18, just after graduating high school, Mary-Kate was admitted to a rehabilitation facility to seek help for an eating disorder. Her father and therapist intervened, deeply concerned for her well-being. According to one source who spoke to People, they were fearful that they might find her dead on the floor from not eating. A few months later, the twins appeared on the Oprah Winfrey Show. Oprah, known for her empathetic interviewing style, unfortunately missed the mark during this segment. She pressed the twins about the eating disorder rumors, even asking them about their dress sizes. Ashley tried to deflect politely, but Oprah persisted, making an already delicate situation even worse. Mary-Kate, who had been hiding her struggles for a long time, concealed her pain even from those closest to her. Denny Gordon, the director of New York Minute, recalled sharing meals with her and noticing nothing unusual. Likewise, Dr. Drew Pinsky, who portrayed their father in the film, also failed to see any signs of distress. This ability to mask her struggles is common among those with eating disorders. In a 2008 interview with Elle magazine, Mary-Kate finally addressed her anorexia. She opened up about the difficulty of asking for help and being honest with herself, saying, "I do not want to go through my life with my eyes shut." It was a poignant moment of self-awareness. While Mary-Kate fought her personal battles in private, the world continued to watch with fascination. Rumors of a cocaine addiction swirled, driven by her severe thinness and the hard-partying image the media had painted. The twins themselves even poked fun at the situation during an appearance on Saturday Night Live, shouting, "You're so skinny, eat a sandwich." But behind the jokes, the reality was anything but lighthearted. At just 17 years old, Mary-Kate had little say in her treatment, as she was still under the legal guardianship of her parents. She chose to continue outpatient treatment during her first semester at New York University, but even that plan eventually fell apart. As if battling personal demons wasn't enough, Mary-Kate and Ashley's attempt to live a normal college life at New York University quickly turned into another struggle. They had high hopes for their higher education experience, enrolling in the university in September 2004. The twins invested in a $7.3 million West Village penthouse, but they never moved in, opting out of the typical college dorm life. Instead, their dream of college quickly unraveled. Reports soon emerged that the twins were so over it. Mary-Kate, in particular, was spotted skipping classes, and there was speculation that she might pursue an independent study program to balance life between New York City and Los Angeles. Ultimately, Mary-Kate took a leave of absence, fueling rumors of a second stint in eating disorder treatment. However, the truth was that she already had a solid support system in place, including a team of therapists, nutritionists, and eating coaches. Ashley, soon after, followed suit. Despite the pressures of their fame, personal struggles, and the challenges of higher education, the twins continued to persevere, with Mary-Kate and Ashley navigating their way through tumultuous years in the public eye. The overwhelming pressures of fame made it nearly impossible for Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen to experience any sense of normalcy, especially when it came to their education. The constant public scrutiny overshadowed their personal lives, and in many ways, it felt like an unrelenting force that invaded even the most private moments. In 2007, this invasion reached a new low when Spencer Pratt, the self-proclaimed villain from the hills, claimed he made $50,000 by selling a photo of Mary-Kate drinking at a party. The betrayal sparked a heated feud between him and the twins, with Pratt continuing to make derogatory remarks about Mary-Kate. This incident exemplified the harsh reality of their lives, where every moment was not only scrutinized, but often exploited for profit. It became clear that no aspect of their existence, whether personal or professional, was off limits to the media. Aside from dealing with constant public criticism, Mary-Kate and Ashley were also tasked with managing a thriving business empire. Running Dual Star Entertainment, their production company, was no small feat, especially under the weight of such intense media attention. Dropping out of NYU wasn't merely about escaping the public eye. It became a necessary step for their survival. The relentless gaze of the tabloids had been a part of their lives long before they ever set foot on a college campus. From the moment of their parents' divorce to their transition from teen stars to fashion moguls, the Olsen twins were thrust into the spotlight. They had been media darlings for years, often more famous for their celebrity status than their actual work. Despite releasing numerous straight-to-video movies and specials, their fame was largely driven by their off-screen personas, with the public more interested in their personal lives than their professional accomplishments. As the twins approached their 18th birthdays, the public's obsession with them only intensified. In the early 2000s, the rise of the internet added an entirely new dimension to the invasion of their privacy. Websites dedicated to countdowns to their 18th birthdays proliferated, celebrating their legal adulthood in an eerie and unsettling manner. These websites, along with the constant media attention, contributed to the growing sexualization of the Olsen twins, who were still teenagers. The relentless scrutiny they faced as young stars grew into adolescence was a nightmarish experience. Every decision, every movement was dissected and distorted, often leading to sensationalized stories that painted an inaccurate picture of their lives. One of the most notable and damaging incidents involved Ashley Olsen's lawsuit against the National Enquirer. She sued the publication for $40 million after they published a misleading photograph and headline suggesting that she had passed out from drug use. The publication eventually issued an apology and a correction, but the damage to Ashley's reputation was already done. This was just one example of how the constant invasion of privacy took a toll on their mental and emotional well-being. The media's insatiable desire to exploit their every move made it nearly impossible for the twins to have any semblance of a private life. Despite the challenges, Mary-Kate and Ashley persisted, building a billion-dollar fashion empire and managing their business while remaining intensely private. However, the emotional weight of the constant scrutiny was never far from the surface. The twins' decision to retreat from the limelight and out of the public eye was, in many ways, a survival mechanism. Their personal lives were always fair game for public consumption, and the need to maintain some semblance of normalcy and control over their image became increasingly urgent. Their journey through fame has been marked by both extraordinary success and an almost unbearable level of public intrusion, and the constant tug between their private and public personas continues to shape their lives in profound ways. Ashley vividly recalled the intense anger and defensiveness she felt when, as minors, a journalist had the audacity to ask about their virginity. She described the question as her worst nightmare, highlighting just how invasive and personal the media's treatment of them had become. This experience encapsulated the deeply intrusive nature of their fame. The relentless media scrutiny made it nearly impossible for the Olsen twins to experience anything resembling a normal, carefree life. Their attempts to fit into the college environment were quickly sabotaged by the fame that had once fueled their success. The public's obsession with every detail of their lives, coupled with the tabloid industry's unquenchable thirst for scandal, stripped the Olsens of nearly all privacy, turning their every move into entertainment for the masses. Despite these overwhelming challenges, Mary-Kate and Ashley managed to successfully navigate the complexities of their business empire. Dual Star Entertainment Group, their company, flourished under their management, producing movies, books, and fashion lines. Their empire grew into a major success, but the pressures that accompanied such fame were undeniable. The strain of constantly maintaining their public personas while simultaneously dealing with their own personal battles took a significant toll. As if their lives were not already under constant surveillance, the media's fixation on their smoking habits became yet another point of focus. At one time, both Mary-Kate and Ashley had denied smoking or drinking, presenting a squeaky clean image to the public. In a 2003 interview with Rolling Stone, the twins firmly insisted they were free of any vices. However, over time, things changed. The shift in their public image became evident when they were frequently seen taking couture-clad cigarette breaks, marking the beginning of a new phase in their lives. This new behavior only intensified the media's obsession with them. The twins' image, often seen together with cigarettes in hand, contributed to the air of mystery and aloofness that surrounded them. It offered the public one of the few glimpses into their private bond, a fleeting but intriguing insight into their closeness. But rather than simply acknowledging their personal choice, the media turned it into yet another spectacle, feeding off their vulnerability. The pressure to maintain a perfect image, to balance their public personas with their personal realities, grew more intense as they continued to live under the glare of the spotlight. The constant scrutiny ultimately made every aspect of their lives feel public, and their smoking habits became yet another symbol of their complex journey as public figures, fueled by fame, but often burdened by it as well. The Olsen twins deliberately retreated from the public eye, leaving behind only fleeting snapshots of their lives, cool, detached, and almost always with a cigarette in hand. Vulture's Rachel Handler aptly captured the essence of this image, reflecting on why photos of the twins smoking had an oddly soothing effect on viewers. Meanwhile, Life and Style adopted a more critical perspective, attributing their worn, haggard appearance to their smoking habits. Page 6 even highlighted the details of Mary-Kate's wedding, revealing that bowls of cigarettes were provided for the guests. This habit of smoking seemed to serve as a quiet rebellion, a subtle act of defiance against the constant and invasive scrutiny the twins faced. However, it also unveiled the immense stress and pressure they were under, a burden that weighed heavily on their shoulders. Mary-Kate's attachment to the habit was so ingrained that in 2010, she was reprimanded twice at a New York City Fashion Week event for smoking indoors. Their addiction was undeniable, and both twins were clearly willing to jeopardize their professional reputations for even a brief moment of relief from the ceaseless demands of their public lives. Mary-Kate Olsen's love life has often been a subject of public fascination. From her relationships with artist Nate Lohman, Max Winkler, son of actor Henry Winkler, and her ex-husband Olivier Sarkozy, to other rumored connections, Mary-Kate's romantic entanglements have consistently been in the media spotlight. However, one rumored romance stands out for its tragic ending. In 2008, whispers about Mary-Kate's relationship with actor Heath Ledger began to circulate. According to People, they had been casually dating for 3 months. It was never serious, just two people enjoying each other's company and sharing a mutual fondness for Marlboro Reds. Although their connection was brief, it left an indelible mark on Mary-Kate's life. The world was left in shock when Heath Ledger was discovered unresponsive in his apartment. According to the New York Times, Diana Wooen, the masseuse who found him, made 2 urgent phone calls to Mary-Kate before dialing 911 using Ledger's speed dial. Wooen reached out to Mary-Kate, who was in California at the time. She reportedly promised to send her private security to assist, a gesture that showcased the deep bond between them. When Ledger failed to respond, Wooen dialed 911 and attempted to resuscitate him, but tragically, it was too late. The actor's death was later determined to be the result of an accidental overdose of prescription medications. This incident cast a long, dark shadow over Mary-Kate's life. It was reported that she refused to cooperate with the investigation unless granted immunity from potential prosecution. As the case progressed, it was eventually dropped due to the absence of viable suspects for further investigation. In the aftermath of such personal turmoil, Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen made the conscious decision to retreat from the public eye. Since Mary-Kate's minor role in the 2011 film Beastly, the twins have slowly morphed into Hollywood enigmas, often seen cloaked in oversized couture and with long, tousled hair that complements their elusive image. They are rarely spotted in public, appearing only at meticulously selected events such as the prestigious Met Gala or Fashion Week, where they continue to promote their thriving fashion empire. These days, the Olsen twins are more often featured in the pages of fashion magazines than in movie theaters. We're used to being on the other side of the camera managing the process, so it's hard for us to do photo shoots now, Mary-Kate shared with Net-a-Porter's The Edit in 2017. Their shift from child stars to high-powered fashion moguls has been nothing short of seamless. However, despite their immense success in the fashion industry, it's clear that they prefer to remain in the shadows rather than bask in the glaring spotlight of fame. This careful balancing act has allowed them to maintain their privacy while still asserting their presence in the world of luxury fashion. Their decision to step back from acting and avoid the limelight has cultivated an air of mystery around the Olsen twins, further solidifying their place as icons in the fashion world rather than just former child stars. Unlike many of their Hollywood peers, the Olsen twins have consciously avoided the realm of social media. Ashley shared in The Edit that they made a deliberate choice to stay away from that world, preferring instead a more sheltered and private life. Their first public selfie, posted on Sephora's Instagram in 2016 to promote their brand Elizabeth and James, was a rare event. The photo exuded effortless elegance, capturing the twins' signature chic style. However, fans should not expect another such moment anytime soon, as their decision to remain out of the spotlight remains steadfast. Their withdrawal from the public eye also extended to their refusal to participate in the Fuller House reboot, a move that disappointed many fans who hoped for a return of the iconic duo. Embracing their roles as fashion designers, Mary-Kate and Ashley have built a thriving billion-dollar empire while keeping their personal lives under tight control. As moguls in the fashion world, they have successfully created a luxury brand that commands immense respect and admiration within the industry. Their label, The Row, has become synonymous with minimalist, high-end designs, with dresses often priced around $6,500. While these prices may seem astronomical to some, they align with those of other esteemed luxury brands, such as Bulgari and Lanvin. In 2011, the twins even sold out a $39,000 alligator backpack, despite facing significant backlash from animal rights activists. However, their journey through the fashion world has not been without controversy. While the Olsen's brand continues to be widely respected, it has also attracted its fair share of criticism, particularly in relation to the exclusivity and high prices of their creations. Despite these challenges, the twins have remained focused on their work, refusing to let outside opinions sway their vision. Their ability to maintain such a high level of success, all while keeping a low public profile, speaks volumes about their business acumen and commitment to their craft. Throughout their careers, Mary-Kate and Ashley have consistently proven themselves as capable, entrepreneurial women. Their commitment to excellence in both design and business has earned them a lasting place in the world of luxury fashion. Despite the many challenges and controversies they've faced, the twins have stayed true to their values and built a legacy that will likely endure for years to come. Their refusal to engage in social media and public spectacle has only added to their mystique, and it's this careful balance between fame and privacy that has allowed them to remain influential without sacrificing their peace of mind. In 2015, Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen faced a significant legal challenge when former interns of The Row filed a class-action lawsuit against them. The lawsuit, led by Shahista Lani, a graduate of Parsons School of Design, accused Dual Star Entertainment Group, the company behind their brand, of wage theft. Lani claimed that she worked grueling 50-hour weeks performing tasks typically assigned to paid employees, such as managing logistics and handling administrative duties. She also shared a disturbing account of being hospitalized for dehydration after carrying heavy trench coats in sweltering heat. "You're like an employee, except you're not getting paid," Lani told Page 6, highlighting the disparity between the interns' work and their compensation. The harsh working conditions led many interns to tears over simple tasks like coffee runs and photocopying, further underscoring the demanding environment. The lawsuit argued that the interns should have been compensated at least minimum wage and given overtime pay for their labor. Though the Olsen twins' representatives dismissed the lawsuit as lacking merit, the legal dispute was ultimately settled outside of court. The settlement agreement included a payment of $140,000 to be divided among 185 interns, offering a financial acknowledgement of the hardships faced by those who contributed to the success of the Olsen twins' fashion empire. While the case highlighted some of the darker aspects of the twins' business, it also served as a reminder of the pressures faced by those in the public eye and the responsibility they hold toward those who work for them. Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen's lives have been marked by both triumphs and challenges, with recent years adding even more complexity to their journey. Mary-Kate's marriage to French banker Olivier Sarkozy, while often publicized with awkward displays of affection, faced many struggles behind closed doors. In April 2020, Mary-Kate filed for divorce, but the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic caused a temporary halt to divorce filings in New York City. In a desperate attempt to resolve the situation, she sought an emergency order in May, claiming that Sarkozy had ended their lease without her knowledge and was attempting to force her out of their shared apartment. Sarkozy reportedly imposed a strict deadline for her to vacate, a request that became nearly impossible due to the city's quarantine restrictions. When Mary-Kate asked for an extension, he allegedly ignored her. Overwhelmed by the stress, she sought refuge with Ashley and friends outside the city. Fortunately, Mary-Kate had a prenuptial agreement in place, offering her some protection during the difficult period. Despite the turmoil in her personal life, Mary-Kate's resilience and ability to navigate these challenges underscore her strength. The separation from Sarkozy, along with the pandemic's disruptive influence, pushed Mary-Kate to confront the complexities of both her marriage and the pressures of public life. Throughout the ordeal, her close bond with Ashley provided her with much-needed support. While many aspects of the twins' personal lives remain private, it's clear that, like so many others, they too have faced considerable trials behind the scenes. While Mary-Kate was navigating her personal struggles, the twins were dealt another heartbreaking blow. In January 2022, their beloved TV father, Bob Saget, tragically passed away. Saget had always maintained a special protective bond with his TV daughters, including Mary-Kate and Ashley. Despite not being involved in the Fuller House reboot, he stayed in close contact with them and remained a constant in their lives. Following his death, the twins expressed their profound sadness, describing Saget as the most loving, compassionate, and generous man. They honored him by attending his funeral, paying tribute to someone who had played an instrumental role in their upbringing. Ashley Olsen's journey has been marked by significant health struggles. In 2015, she was diagnosed with late-stage Lyme disease, which not only hindered her ability to work, but also led her to retreat further from the public eye. The illness left her looking frail and often moody, challenging her resilience. Then, in 2016, Ashley encountered another serious health crisis following a botched plastic surgery. The procedure caused necrosis, resulting in swelling, bruising, and discoloration of her face. She required intensive oxygen therapy to recover, a traumatic experience that left her shaken. Despite the emotional and physical toll of these challenges, Ashley remains determined about future procedures, though with greater caution. Through it all, both Mary-Kate and Ashley have demonstrated remarkable strength. From personal tragedies to health challenges, the twins have faced adversity head-on while continuing to build their fashion empire. Their resilience and determination stand as a testament to their ability to overcome difficulties and prioritize family, health, and personal happiness.